Okay, gonna call the Park and Rec Board meeting on Tuesday, August 25th at 6:32. Andy Williams.
Jerica Davis.
Angela Williams.
Debbie Ross.
Sherry Knowles. Karen Reed.
Mark. Okay, give everybody a few minutes to look over the meeting minutes. Everybody good? So I'll make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second.
You have to, right?
Yep,
Here.
those two weren't there. All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay. And then Karen.
Okay, financials for this month, we have got a beginning balance of $162,422.32. We had receipts of $613.27, expenses of $6,700.96. That gives us an ending balance of $156,334.63.
What was the reimbursement for? I thought you said reimbursement.
She canceled, she backed out of it, and so, and it was like plenty of time that she canceled, so.
The Cranny Tree Service looks like it came out.
Yep.
The TSF, which one was that for? The 85?
That's for the park.
Okay. I don't know how, I guess I missed that last month.
No, good.
Or is it every?
They're in it.
Look at TSF?
Yeah.
That's monthly.
And is that our last frontier?
No,
No.
we got one this month. I tried to call and then it directed me to the website. Wouldn't even entertain my question, you know. But if you read all the details, and that's basically how it works, you know. Even though it was disconnected on the 11th of August,
One more month then.
it's paid right here,
Right.
and that's it.
Okay.
Because it did say the service was disconnected, so
I got you.
I know there's not any more after this one.
Okay. That reminds me, I need to make a note. I don't see anything else. Do you have a running total on the mowing and all that? Or can we get that for next meeting?
Yeah, I can get it for
Good.
you.
I just want to see where we're at.
Okay,
Cause we'll probably have him spray the rest of the year
okay.
and take care of that. Okay, everybody good on that? Get a motion for that.
Make a motion to accept the financials as written.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody. No patrons tonight. We don't get many of those. Older new business. We can jump straight into Montgomery Park. There was a hornet's nest. I think everybody knew that. It was Karen let us all in on that. And Action Pest Control came out the next day, sprayed it, and Vanessa opened the park this afternoon, right?
Yep, I went down after I got off and took down all the stuff and everything.
They got it open now?
Yeah, they came and
Okay, I
got the
drove by
nest
there this
today.
afternoon, it was still roped off or whatever.
Yeah, it was after 4 o'clock when I went down there.
Mitchell good?
I think, yeah, Tim said they watched him pretty closely.
So
for a
was
little
it
bit.
actual hornets then?
Yeah.
Remember the bad ones too. Anytime they come out of the nest, the ground hornets aren't
Oh.
too horrible, but those
Yeah.
are.
Yep.
I'm glad it got caught.
Oh gosh, yeah.
No kids, small kids got hit by them.
Well, it's bad that anybody did.
Yeah, because
but-
it wasn't, I mean, it was pretty close to the entrance, you know.
Right, it's just right when you come into the right, that big tree, right?
Mhm.
Speaking of trees, have all of our trees been taken care of down there? I know at one point we had, I never did follow up on that. At Montgomery Park, there was a big tree we got taken care of last year. I thought we talked about another tree down there. Is there another tree at Montgomery Park?
There was one where that woman, you know. where
Oh, that
she-
smaller one,
There was
yeah.
a tree, cause I was asking where the line was, and she said, you got on all of it, all the way almost up to their house.
Right.
And so I said, okay, so there was a tree, they were dead, so I cut that down.
Oh, that's what
It
it
was just
was.
a little one.
That's right.
Or a smaller one, so.
I remember talking about it,
Yeah.
and I never remember
needed
following
it.
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think it was from Tim, I'm not sure. The bridge that's down there,
Yeah,
you might need to look at it, there might be some limbs that are on it
okay.
that have fallen or whatever.
So that belongs to you guys too,
Yep,
that
that's ours.
bridge?
Yep.
Oh, got it.
The bridge to the cemetery, right?
Yeah, when I went down there to take down the barricades and stuff, I looked in there and by the big shelter house, I thought, what is that? There was a deer in there just eating.
Oh.
So I thought I was gonna drive through there. It just kinda looked at me like, what are you doing, you know?
This has been private.
Yeah,
It's like the park being.
I almost hate to open it back up.
Yeah.
And cameras down there. Tim, how's everything? Good. Everything's online. Starlink is up and rolling. Haven't had any issues. When he did that install, he couldn't get to repeat from the REH2 there because Starlink has certain security
Wow.
channels that he can't do. So instead of a repeater, he got another 16 channel box. So if we ever want to add on up there, now we can add on up there too. So
Nice.
we've got 16 channels down there. We're only using 4. We have 16 channels down there, and I think we're using 4, 5, 6. I think 6. No, 8. There's 8 total. So we have 8 more channels if we want to add on for the ballpark down there. The cost was no different. Instead of a repeater, he just put a different channel box in. So, but everything seems to be functioning fine down there. No issues. And he's got everything housed in a nice little weatherproof box. So
you'll help set or open out maps and stuff to be able to get in on the camera, not get in on them, but to view them.
So we need to discuss that too.
Okay.
I have already deleted that. I don't really need to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think we really should watch them.
Right.
If something happens, we have it. It's on there.
Mhm.
It stores for upwards of 30 days.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable having it on my phone and somebody
I think-
saying, "What are you doing watching the camera?" So I've gotten rid of it.
Yeah.
I just really don't think we need.
I mean, the
To
police
walk.
department, they probably would want access to it if they could.
Right. And that's fine.
You know, if they would get a report of something, then,
Yeah,
I
because
mean, that's the only time.
But I don't
would
want to
look at it.
invade. I honestly don't want to invade people's privacy if they're up there renting the REH center. I don't think it's something that we should all have access to.
Oh,
It's
no,
all.
it's the park, is what I was.
Oh, I don't have it either. But no, I
The
mean,
REH, I don't.
right,
Stephen wanted to be able to have access. to the
right. But as
park.
far as me personally, I don't think I want to keep it on my phone. I don't want to be the
Yeah.
personal. And we have it all stored on the drive up there. I don't know how we want to handle that with the REH Center. I don't know what everybody else's thoughts are. But if there's a problem with, we've already proved it, with the firework deal, that if there is an issue, all we have to do is contact Tim. Tim got on there. We can even get on the hard drive at the REH Center. And the footage was pulled and we had no issues
Right.
taken care of.
Otherwise, you'll be on Owensville Connection.
Well, the more I thought about it, I don't need to watch that. I don't need to check it. If there's an issue, we just go up there and get it.
Right.
We just have to be very careful. So like if the president of the board has it, Andy's not abusing that, but unfortunately, sometimes people do
That's what
take authority position.
And that's what
And-
that's what I thought about future use, the next person,
Mhm.
I just would rather set the precedence that I don't need it on my phone. If I need it, I can go up there. We all have access to
Right.
get inside of that building and look at it on the thing. There's no reason I need to access it from my house, or it's not like I'm getting alerts telling me somebody's
Right.
up there anyway.
It won't be
I mean, I didn't know
something
about
like
the
this
fireworks
only.
deal until,
Oh,
what
yeah.
was it, 3 or 4 days later,
Yeah,
because I hadn't been up there. So that's where I kind of stand with it. I don't know what everybody else's
I think
thoughts
that's
are.
I think that's a good idea. That way, if there's something wrong, the police can look and.
Right,
they have to have access to it though, to be able
Right.
to look at it.
right. But we can, if there is
If it's
issues,
midnight at night, or if it's 12 o'clock midnight, they're not gonna call Tim to go get it.
right. But if it happens, they're not going to get alerts on something happening
No,
up
no,
there.
they wouldn't.
So like if anything does happen to me, we can
Yeah.
go up there and review the cameras and then go on. I mean,
It's 2026. Everybody knows everybody has cameras. so I don't
Exactly.
think that
right. So
It's just secret or anything.
that's where I'm at with it though. Like I just didn't want to be
Yeah,
accused of abusing it or looking at it all the time or stuff like that.
I had access to the park one before. I wouldn't mind having it again.
mhm. I did too. I mean, it's not like you
And
said,
no, I didn't. It just
If-
you would text me once in a while. Hey, did you see so and so? And we
yeah,
go back and look. That's the only
especially if
time
you get
I-
reports of like there's, graffiti down there, then it's,
styrofoam
you go back
kept
and
shredded
look.
down there. Let's go see who had it.
So the Gaga ball pit, we need to get him going on that, I would say, since everything else is caught up, correct?
What is it?
The Gaga ball, it's down at the the shop building. It's the pit that we need to put together. It's a game. We purchased it at March?
yeah.
I think it was in March, and we've just kind of been waiting until we get the cameras up and get everything squared away. So you can kind of direct him on that, right?
Where do you want?
The big green open space over there. It'd be on the west side of the park where the volleyball used to be.
Okay.
The dog park.
The dog park.
Put it in the
dogs
dog
in the
park.
dog pit.
Yeah, you could take them in the Gaga pit.
It'll be their playpen.
Yes.
So I think when we get a chance, just get with Karen and she can kind of tell you. I mean, it moves. You can move it around, so it's not like it's going to be stuck in one spot. If we don't have much luck with it down there, we've got green space. We can probably put it up at the other park, don't we? Or is that fire department ground?
Can you explain to me what this thing is?
It's
I don't
It's
quite
a
understand.
big octagon, and you take a ball up there and you kick it around inside, and it's just a game that the kids play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to play it or keep score. I just know that it should get some use.
Every time you get a game, I start to learn more things. What you guys are doing,
Right.
Basically, you'll install the perimeter and it's probably like 24 inches
I think that
tall.
one was 32 inches, and then it had a handicap gate. It
Yeah.
was handicapped.
Is this the
So
thing
you're
that
gonna be making the,
rods go down in?
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I'd seen something like that down there.
Yeah.
So if we can get that done, that would be good. And then the disc golf, we've kind of pushed that off until we get this taken care of, and then we can start working on what we want to do there. Karen made notes last meeting or the meeting before that we were gonna put that in the calendar for spring pre-emergent on all of our weeks down there, so I think we did that. Anything else at Montgomery Park? I drove through before the Hornets and everything looked good, but I haven't been through since. I don't think anybody but Karen probably.
I don't know, I feel like we should probably definitely look at adding more cameras where we could there based on
Right.
electricity and, you know, the means for being able to mount them.
Right.
But
No, I
I don't
totally
know how
agree.
anyone else feels about that.
There's some stuff goes on there.
Well, we talked about adding some cameras there and the ballpark and a few on the back of the REH.
So
Um,
maybe next year when we get more budget.
we should have plenty left in. I was looking at that earlier. Let me find it here. Because that's going to be under maintenance of parks. And we still have $10,712. So later in the year, depending on where we're at, we could at least take care of needs. I'd say the park, maybe 4 more cameras, another pole up there over by the shelter house, and where we're gonna put the Gaga ball pit would be a good spot. And then I definitely want to get the REH center completely covered. One camera on the inside facing the gym floor and the entrance. And then we talked about one on the back side and the cover there, so that's 2 there. And we don't have any more equipment cost except 4 cameras, so it's in what it cost him to run them, but I don't think that's gonna be crazy. And then if we have to wait on the ballpark till the beginning of next year, when we free up some funds, we could always do the ballpark before season starts. With our park development money. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. I looked at it, so I messaged you earlier about that REH line. I was like, we didn't use anything on the REH, so it wasn't in our appropriation or our detail history. And I was like, wait, where did that go? But I think we'll have enough to do 4 and 2 for sure, unless something crazy happens. But I figured by October we could probably decide on that.
Or it's too long.
Right. What's everybody else's thoughts? Everybody agree?
Once you get all of that set up, the Gaga pit and the other thing, let me know and I'll go up there and take pictures and put it on the website.
Okay, awesome.
We will.
Good idea.
Now, the cameras that we have now, that we
Yeah.
just paid for, I pulled them out of park development,
Okay.
so it didn't even touch the maintenance of parks.
Oh, okay.
Is there a reason that they're shutting the main off at the workshop again? I went in there today to get bags and it was all dark in there again.
I don't know who's flipping it off,
I don't either.
cause I wondered the same
Well,
thing.
I think what it is they keep all the lights on in that other room. So instead of coming in and having to go in and flip all their lights in that other room, which is eventually why something else we were gonna talk about when we get the shop side of things is doing lights for our side. And then we're completely off of that breaker. And all of our lights will stay on, it'll just be a matter of putting lights on and off.
Do you want that main on or off then?
I think, hey, Josh said it was fun to leave on,
Yeah.
but then they'll come through. I would say it's the town guys that are
They
getting in the
probably, they
building,
have probably been in
and
there.
then they'll just flip it off and then flip all their lights back on, I guess. So it'll be just back and forth. It's whatever you want to do.
Okay, well,
But until we
I left it on before because that's the way the electrician did.
right,
And then today, when I got a box of bags, everything was off again. It was dark in there. So
right.
I didn't know what.
This is why when we set the cameras up, we set it off its own dedicated breaker, so that can be on or off, and our cameras still work.
Oh, okay.
That's why
That was a big question. Okay, make sure your
the cameras work regardless. They are directly out of the main, and
Okay.
they are on their own switch.
So
That's
it
what-
doesn't matter to you
there's
guys.
there's a little box over there that comes off of that main that you'll see. That's for the cameras.
So it doesn't matter to you guys whether I go and turn the main back on.
Now, eventually, we'll talk about that here in a second, but we're gonna look at fixing that to where we don't have to use that main breaker at all. Our room, the other room, will be on its own switches,
Okay.
because everything on that shop side, the side that you use, runs off that other breaker. So it's weird how that place is wired up, and I'd say it's because one side was a schoolhouse, the other side was a shop. So everything's tied to that main breaker, but you have another sub panel in that other room that turns everything on and off.
Oh, okay.
And they leave those light switches all on. That way they can come in and flip one switch and that whole room lights up. So that's why they're using that one
Okay.
switch. For you, I would probably leave that thing off and then just when you come in, it ain't gonna be any different than going in and flipping the light switch.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's not no big deal, you know,
Right.
I just wanna know, you know,
Right.
which way you guys wanna go on this, okay?
Right. Doesn't matter to us, but I think that's the main reason they do that, so they don't have to flip 5 or 6 light switches to get everything turned on. We were done Montgomery Park. Playground equipment looks good. I did make sure of that. And shop building. Have we paid for any of that yet? Okay. I'll make a note. I will send another message to Josh. I'll actually send a message to Amber.
Yes.
I've talked to her twice. and-
I think Amber does more of the
So-
invoicing, so I'll message Amber and I'll just have her send it to me. I get it printed out.
Maybe
or
he was
something.
donating his time.
He was talking about doing a little bit, so I'm wondering. I need to message her about the outside lights because we need to look at eventually doing that probably in the fall. So I will message Amber. We will get a bill for that.
Yeah, cause I was needing the W-9 too.
I actually think Stacy forwarded me their W. No,
I couldn't get it to open.
you couldn't get it open. Just seen that today. That's what I said.
Yeah, she
Uh,
did, but
It didn't open.
I
Okay.
could not get it to open.
I'll ask her about that too, and we'll try to get the invoice.
Which maybe with the kids in school, whatever, it might be a little calmer. for
Yep.
her.
And then while we're on the electric, we were talking about eventually putting in a breaker system just for the east side of that building where the planters use and where you first walk in to where light switches just flip instead of having to turn that main breaker on and off. Because we're eventually wanting to do some lights on the outside of the building, and it would be nice to have them to where they're not on the same breaker as the shop side, basically. But when I call Amber, I'll see if she can go ahead and get me a quote on those 2 outdoor lights that we're talking about and getting that sub panel for that room wired in. Because that's a matter of just pulling it off of the breaker that he just installed for the cameras. It would just be swapping those lights into that breaker. That's kind of why we did that.
Okay.
So I will take care of that. Pickleball nets on the basketball court. They look good. Were those easy to put together?
No,
Nope. I wondered. You never
the
know.
one, what I did was to tighten it up, it was kind of broke, okay?
Right.
The one, so, but I fixed it where it would stay tight
Yep.
and I left it alone, you know? Don't touch it. And as long as nobody, you know, abuses it, I think it'll be fine, you know?
Right. They look good. Everybody I've talked to, I've seen people up there playing. My youngest daughter, actually, her and some of her little friends, so they're running around during softball nights. They're up there
Yeah.
playing on it. So
Again, I didn't know what it was, okay?
yeah,
I learned something, okay? One guy, he was from Oakland City College, and he said, they're closed down, so he was only a freshman, and he explained to me what this was. So I said, "But that's what I've seen on TV before too, Dan. Because they get pretty violent on TV."
So Pedro, if that's something that you could maybe take a few pictures of, the pickleball nets up there, throw that on there. Something else that I've done in my free time is I have created a Facebook page for Park and Rec. And anybody that I haven't went live with it yet. I haven't added anybody or put it out there. It's on ghost mode right now. But if any of you guys want on it, I can send you a Facebook invite. That way you can answer. I mean, we'll all have the same privileges. Everybody can post, reply, comment, as an admin. That way you don't have to use your personal Facebook to reply. If you want to stay with the Parks and Rec department and reply, you can. So if you do one on that, just let me know and I'll get you added, and if everybody's okay with that, we'll get it live. Maybe start getting some more pictures, getting a little bit more stuff out.
Send me a link to that and I'll put it on the town,
Okay.
website and on Park and Rec page also.
I think the more we get out there,
Yeah,
the more use we'll get out of the stuff we're purchasing. People see what we're doing. People will know that there's cameras installed. It kind of just puts us out there in all facets of what we're doing. So
seems to be the only way to get people to interact these days.
it does, and
Unfortunately.
I think a lot of people don't know what all we've purchased this year and the stuff that's up there. So the more we get it out, the better.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll get suggestions. Hey, it'd be nice if we had this, or maybe a little bit more interaction from the community as far as getting stuff and purchasing stuff, and
They could come right on up here, the
everybody can tell us what they want to see.
last
Done.
Tuesday.
And hopefully see the hard work you put behind all of this.
Yeah.
To keep everything going.
Okay, we will move on to the basketball court, or the ballpark, sorry. We had some issues with some weeds up at the ballpark, but Tim has taken care of it for us, and I think moving forward, I think that we need to give more of the spraying and the maintenance to Tim on that side of things. Before, we've always had the ballpark where they've taken care of anything on the field and anything in the gravel as far as spraying. But it seems like it's only getting done for the few months, whereas previous years it's gotten taken care of all year round. So I think Tim spraying and kind of taking care of the grass. I don't think we all care to pay him that, what is it, $25 a spray?
Yes.
It's not that much, and we send checks to the ballpark. So if we just send 2 next year instead of 3, and we have Tim take care of the grass that he's gonna have to take care of, I think that's probably a better deal, or a better way to spend our money. If the ballpark needs anything, they can come to us and ask us. Is everybody good with that? The weeds gotten pretty bad. Chris Davis had reached out to basically me and Karen before the benefit tournament they hosted. And the bleachers were they were overgrown. You couldn't sit in the bleachers without the weeds coming up through them. So we had messaged Tim that Thursday, I think, and he went up there and mowed them all down and sprayed them all. And actually, he did a pretty good job for the short amount of time that he had. And I went up there again yesterday and drove around, and everything seems to be dying out and should get it cleaned up. So I think moving forward, we have Tim spray and take care of the rocks in the field as far as weeds.
Are they done in the ball field this year for playing?
Well, co-ed league that Chris and Cassie Davis, and there's a few others that are involved in it. They're up there. We play until what? October? First part of October, into September. I think it's into September this year. It might go into October. I think we got 6 weeks left. So yeah, it goes from 3 weeks ago all the way until basically October. And
It seemed like May and June, it was pretty busy up there.
So March, April, May, and then June is when it ends for the summer ball program. And then there's since we don't have Babe Ruth, there's nothing in July. August is pretty slim, and that's when end of August is when the co-ed league starts up for, I think it's 8 weeks, ain't it?
We started August 8th, we end on the 24th of October.
So it's going, yeah. So
That's like tourney day or whatever.
Right.
but
So we kind of need to make it to where somebody's up there at least taking care of it. And I don't feel like really outside of June was about the last time I think the fields, I think Brandon Kester went up there and did a little bit of spraying. But that was at the request of, he did that just cause. But I think if we want to keep it up for the entire year, we need to take care of the spraying with Tim. That way he's up there the entire time it's being mowed, it's being sprayed. Makes it look better, keeps it clean.
I have a thought here.
Yeah,
The ballpark gave away those 2 slushy machines.
yeah.
I have a suggestion that maybe they keep them in-house next time.
What's that?
Deanna got one of them, and her husband just did a couple things to it, had it working. I mean, that would have been an awesome thing for the community planners to have.
Well, with those slushy machines, the ballpark did purchase those.
Mhm.
And they break every year. I was a part of it. I give up on them.
Oh, okay.
I spent $300. I put not me personally, but the ball program when I did it, I put 300 into each one of those machines, and then they continually freeze up. They break. It's just, and nobody services them anymore. Bun is the owner of those, or was, and they don't service their own stuff. Pepsi has to service, so you have to have a contract with Pepsi to get them serviced. And if not, they charge you a crazy amount to come out and work on them. So I told them I'd just get rid of them. That's
Well,
because
she got one, and they actually use it at the
Right.
library.
and it might work for another year. But sitting up there, you use it for 2 months and then it sits and all sills start to deteriorate. And then you go to plug them back in and a motor will overheat. So the motors in them are really nice because they're new. And the only reason I got away with it so cheap is I had a friend on our travel ball team that worked for Pepsi.
Oh, okay.
So he could order the parts at cost and he fixed them for
Nice.
just parts. And that's what
Nice.
I paid for 2 motors. And he fixed them. And it was just small stuff every year. And it's just,
Well, that makes sense then.
you're always working on them. Now, for what she's using, probably not, but those are cranking out. I mean, when we had them, we were doing 2 machines a night full of slushies. So it's just constantly, and then every time you don't use it, you got to take it apart and clean it. If you don't pull them exactly back together, then they leak. It was just a pain.
Okay.
So I see why they got rid of them. I will vouch for that. Because I wanted to throw them out the window multiple times and kept fighting through it. But yeah, I could never get anybody to work on them.
Well, maybe now we know that
Yes. Yeah, you can buy those now.
I wouldn't
Brett
take
Keller
one.
could fix them maybe.
Yes.
Start a new business.
I would not take one for
Slushy
free.
repair.
And it's heavy.
Yeah, they're 120 pounds. Ballpark's good then, unless anybody else has anything.
You might check, that trash up there at the ballpark, you might check it.
That's why I was asking about that, if
Yeah.
they still playing, cause the last time I was up there, there wasn't very much. About 1 whole barrel when I walked all the way around.
It's every Saturday evening from 5 to 9. So if you want to go up on a Sunday or a Monday, whatever day you go and do,
Okay,
I'd run up there and just the trash barrels right down there if you want to or the dumpsters right down there if you just want to grab it and throw trash in there, that'd be fine, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe I can talk them into donating to the Parks and Recs department this year, a little bit of the money they make. Okay, moving on from the ballpark, community center. I did stop and look at that. There is still one that needs replaced. Another thing we need to look at that caught my attention is they don't line up with the existing lines. I think that's because we had that sealed years ago and repainted lines,
Okay.
but I don't think we ever moved bumpers. So like the middle of the bumper is in the line. So it's kind of like they're not spaced correctly anymore. And then on the other side, be the south side, there aren't any bumpers.
Right.
I think we should probably put some bumpers in. That might keep somebody
Is there
from.
lines there too?
Mhm.
Is
Yep,
there?
there's
you're talking
3.
about the concrete bumpers, is that
Yeah.
what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know there's one needs to be replaced,
right.
I replaced one.
I'll take a picture and
Okay.
we'll look at it. But that south side, there's 3 regular spots and 2 handicap.
Okay.
And I really think we should probably put some bumpers there. That way,
We don't have a drive-through.
yeah. I mean, so we
They
can,
cost $40,
I think, look at that and
so.
we could get that done. Everybody in agreement with that?
It's a good idea.
I was gonna pull that one up next week, the one that's busted.
Yeah.
So how many are you talking about?
We need one new one for a blank spot, and then I think 5 for the south side, and then the busted one would be 7. I think. I'll double check. I'll go up there and take a couple pictures. I'll send you pictures, and we'll go from there. I'll measure those spots, make sure. And it might be that our old bumpers were 8-footers or 10-footers, and those are 8-foot spots. I'd have to look to see.
I think the one we got was a 6-foot,
Okay,
the new one,
the new one.
because the invoice is in here.
Okay. I'll take a look, and we'll kind of go from there. I'll send a message to the group chat. Might do
That's
that.
what they come in, 6 foot,
6
7
foot,
foot.
6 and 7s. Okay, 6 and 7s.
Whatever you guys
I've
want,
heard
you know.
that's not-
My kids would be proud of me.
The picnic table that's there, I like having that there, but it's too big.
It is. We could we take one of our park and rec ones and put it down there,
I wonder if we could just buy one for there.
or buy one for there?
One of the, that will collapse,
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the folding.
It fit a lot better.
Yes.
Said the other one.
I mean, it gets used.
The
though.
price of those have dropped drastic, almost in half.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we need 2.
Maybe,
So
yeah.
let's
One
look.
there and one out by the playground.
Let's pull it
That's
up.
a good idea.
We do want the ones with the rectangle legs. They're heavier dutier than the
Okay.
round ones. It'd be hard to break or dent
Yeah.
those rectangle legs. They're double the thickness. That's why they were so expensive. And then now I'm seeing them for $150 cheaper than what we paid for them.
That's surprising.
It is. The other thing me and Karen had kind of talked about, I don't know if it's a must, but that secondary room, since we've insulated that, we were in there on a 90-degree day, and the temperature's holding very nicely. Might be one of those budget items at the end of the year where we look at putting a split unit in there. I know they're more expensive than when we purchased the one we got the one donated for the ballpark, but that was like $2,500. But if we do that, then all of our tables, all of our chairs, everything's climate controlled instead of frozen in the winter. And it was probably what, 80 or 85 in there.
Like you said, you didn't walk in there and sweat.
Yeah. So I think if we put a split unit in there and set it to 75 degrees year round, it would be
That would be good.
a good deal.
Better on the furniture.
So we can look at that later in the year. I just wanted to bring it up. I couldn't believe how good that insulation.
Yeah, you wouldn't think
Yeah.
it's thin, but
It's done a real good job.
Frank did a good job too.
Yep.
Putting it up. You know, we talked about, a few times we've been down there and standing outside talking and stuff, that porch area,
Mhm.
remember how I kind of talked about? Needs to be beautified in my eyes. It's like, it just looks
I don't disagree.
shoddy, you know, like make it look like. They don't have to be cedar posts, but
Something a
well,
little.
like, you know, where it's wood posts and then just
Is
where it
that-
looks nicer.
Is that something you could get Deming Brothers to quote up? Maybe
Yeah.
wrap those posts. Maybe touch that area up. We could probably, because it's all open up in there.
Yeah, it
We
is.
could almost put some kind of,
Yeah.
not a ceiling, but something up there to kind of make it a little nicer.
Mhm.
And maybe is there a light? I don't think there's a light under there, is there?
You don't line on the building.
Yeah.
Right.
it's on the
There's
building.
some type of light there, yes.
Is there?
Yeah.
But
Just
maybe
something to
maybe
make it
brighten that up a
nicer.
little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know if it needs to be Tammy or Mark, but keep that blowed off out there too. That's always so dirty under there.
Everything, it's a wind tunnel.
It is, it is.
Yeah. Internet up there, we keep talking about it. We know Starlink works. Once our Frontier bill gets canceled next week or next month,
Yeah.
it's our last one. What was our total on Starlink for that?
the startup was like $86. Well, it was $21. And then the first month's bill came,
So it's 50 something plus that.
yeah, it's $65 a month, cause you
65,
got
yeah.
55 plus a $10
Rental.
equipment rental.
Yeah.
But,
Have internet down at the,
At the community
that
center.
would be nice.
yeah,
It's a dead zone in there for a lot of people.
That's something we probably need to vote on.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and make a motion to do Starlink at the community center.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Is that something,
We'll get Tim to do. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you need something inside of it. How you talk about being a metal building, if it,
He should be able to put everything inside the building
okay,
and just have the antenna on the outside. Is that, yeah. And then everything will run from inside there. If he's got to buy a router or something like that, we can purchase a router. And routers
The
are,
antenna is outside, everything else is inside.
yeah, so we should be good.
What I do, well, I use it myself, so what I really do recommend, even though we live in Indiana, but you've seen the winters that
Right.
we've been having, is, they have the extra, don't skimp out on the, snow, ice melting. You know, they have an antenna that has already all of that built in. Don't skip out on that, because now they're saying we're gonna have a bad winter, so.
Well, then nobody can get there.
Cause a lot of times around here, the antenna sits almost flat, it's not a very big angle, it's kind of.
Right.
And so if the snow starts, getting a little bit of snow accumulates on there, and it doesn't have the defrost on it, goodbye city.
Well, that's why we got Mark. He'll climb up there.
It's like snow blower.
Poor Mark.
So Tammy sent me
Mark's
all
like,
those
let me know, I'll
pictures.
resign first.
Oh, yeah, she called me at work and I was like, okay. She, apparently there was more styrofoam than she let on, I don't know, but she exaggerates. But she cleaned it up.
I don't think it, I mean, stuff's gonna happen.
I know. I said, she said, well, tell the park board, and I said, okay.
And we get internet down there, we might eventually get a camera or two for the outside of that building.
Right.
We got the park right there that we could, we could put a camera on the park and 2 on the building, and that's that's what we're moving towards, just trying to get all of our buildings covered and make sure nothing happens. So baby steps, we're getting there, but we do that, and then we get that, the ballpark and the REH center, and then everything we have is covered.
Right. And whoever owns that bike will be in trouble next time.
So Karen, you'll take care of that. Get with Tim, and we'll add that. The playground did look good. I stopped up there. Everything seems fine. I didn't check. You had some. Was that where we had some screws, or was that the other?
slide.
Yeah, the slide. We got that all taken care of.
You did that when you was checking for the.
Yeah, there was
bills.
up there at the community center.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bolts were missing out that.
That's the
I'm
most.
surprised somebody hadn't got
That's
hurt
the
there,
most.
you know?
That's the most played on park. I think that.
But the bolts wasn't ever put in, you know?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Do we need
Okay.
to weld those?
I bet I spent close to 3/4 of a day putting bolts in. Hey, go and get some, you know?
Well, it's good. It's good he's catching this. That's something we've talked about. Yearly, quarterly maintenance, kind of checking on everything with all of that. So that's
Yeah, I
good.
just pulled up all the weeds out of that today.
That's another.
Did the weed killer that you made, did it work or?
It killed some of them, but a lot of it, it didn't, you know?
Really.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
that's
it
another-
was vinegar,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
and
it's
salt.
Tin
Did
pre-emergent
you put dish soap in it?
end of
Yes,
year.
it did.
in the
Just-
It did.
playground?
Just some of it just wouldn't kill, you know? The grass
Yeah.
stuff, it
We
wouldn't
sprayed
kill.
that at night,
The other stuff, it did.
and it's 12 hours.
I still got a gallon, I'm gonna use it.
Like when I
Might
sprayed,
take that long to-
Oh, if
Right.
it killed something, maybe it'll kill more.
that's all it is. It's just got to
Tell you
dry.
what,
Maybe it'll kill
You
more
could
the
probably
second
spray
time.
it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna wait till, it's
Right.
supposed to get like up to 97 next week. I'm gonna spray it when it hits that 97.
He's got a
See what happens, you know?
Try it
Okay, so everybody good with community center playground? We'll move on to the REH center. What did we have REH center wise? Bathrooms painted, epoxies painted, and I think they started last week on.
Last week, I know you mentioned it last meeting that there's.
They
going to
were
be starting
getting ready
on
to
it, so-
start on bathrooms and concession stand.
Do the floors look nice?
The what?
Do the floors look nice?
I don't know, I've not been in there.
I have not. I was actually gonna go up there tonight and look at them because I was sitting there thinking about it earlier. I haven't been in there to look at the bathroom to see how the floors look, so I'll take a few pictures. I'm
They
gonna
did
have it
put
for tonight.
up-to-date urinals in them bathrooms, in the guys' bathrooms.
I don't
You
know
know
what
where
the,
the half urinals,
Yeah.
instead of them things on the floor, you know, them so outdated.
it's kind of, I've always thought those were cool though.
I don't know, a plumber told me,
I mean, you can't miss.
He
I'm
just-
sorry.
True.
he just redid a bathroom for a school, and he said they all had them down there. He said them little boys was walking in the, down
Stamping
there
in them.
and tracking, that was a big thing for them, okay? They said, so they went and got that.
I mean, those are built in the floor and the wall, so I don't think they would be real easy to remove. So I wouldn't see them messing with replacing those, because I think that'd be a cost, because you'd have to tear them out,
I think so.
then you'd have to concrete the wall and the floor, and then you'd have to replumb
Yeah,
all the plumbing. So I doubt they changed that. I mean, those are like 1940s bathrooms.
It kinda takes.
that was way
history out
back
of
there,
it
you know
now.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing we did talk about with the REH was taking over that internet bill or splitting. I know we talked about that too. I don't know what everybody's thoughts are on that. We've talked about it.
How much does that run, do you know?
It's 100. I'd have to ask again. We talked about it, never discussed it. I think we need to at least split it.
So it's Spectrum, but
Yeah.
I wonder if
It's gonna
it wouldn't be more affordable to be the Starlink as well, which may be under contract and have to stay under Spectrum for a little
There,
while.
with the repeating capabilities of the cameras, I think we're gonna probably have to
That's
stay
true.
with Spectrum because we repeat the shop. We're gonna repeat the ballpark.
That's true.
So
I
we'll
didn't think about
probably,
that.
and that's kind of our main hub for those couple things. So we might have to stick with that, but we're using it. I think we should probably at least split it. If not, look at using our next year. I mean, we can use our REH line for that, correct?
I mean, that's not really maintenance, but
Kind of with maintaining our cameras.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'd have to look into it, but I mean, we either
Guess
we-
we need to see how much they're built, how much it is.
right,
and go from there.
but let's discuss that. I guess at the next one, I'll get all the prices. You don't have an idea, do you?
No, we have a meeting Monday night, I can find out.
Okay, find out, because I mean, at least I think we need to split because we use it.
I think it's similar, not quite
You know,
as much as.
somebody
Starlink
told
is,
me something
But I
was
think it's
really
definitely over
interesting.
100, don't
They
you?
said when
Oh, yeah.
Owensville High School was hooked on the REH, okay, that was their stadium or whatever. They said that was air conditioned back then.
Mhm.
Is that true?
I don't remember it being air
I don't
conditioned.
even know.
I thought they had just big fans,
Just
Big fans.
and then there was something about there was circular air or something that was not air conditioned, but it was cool air that blew in there from the school. There was some kind.
That pulled the air.
It
from-
recirculated the cold air from the building, but it wasn't air conditioning.
It was chilly in there in the winter, but it was
Right.
not real hot in the summer.
But like, you know how they got the exhaust fans up top?
Yeah,
So where the concession stand was, you'll see the block wall. That's where they blocked in what tied into the school. And there used to be, what I was told was fans that pushed that air in and recirculated. So,
I
I
don't
don't know.
remember going into the school that way, do you? I always remember going down.
yeah,
Is that where we came in?
yeah.
I thought it was
Down on
downstairs.
the, was there an entryway down on the floor?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah, there was
remember.
through
That
the
was-
locker room.
It's probably where the boiler or whatever is.
Yeah.
is.
Right. And then there was the upper entrance. There was two
Yeah.
entrances into the gym. One was the,
I don't remember that one.
yeah.
tell you what, when I painted them bathrooms, I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not complaining, but boy, was it hot in there.
Oh,
I guarantee you
yes.
take a skillet in there, throw an egg in there, you could have fried it in there, I guarantee
You
it.
went one of the week.
Man,
first
it was
times.
hot.
Do you wanna
That's
eat
why
some
it's
fried
not-
eggs
I'm-
in there?
My pants was wet all the way down to here.
I
I
bet
mean,
it was
I
hot.
just sweated and sweated and sweated.
You know, I didn't even
I'm
think
glad you
about
didn't
it. We
get
could have
sick.
rented him a portable air conditioner.
So.
I would've.
I'm glad I survived, you know.
I would've.
Dying of-
Yeah.
Maybe next
Well,
time.
if you get that hot, tell us. You
Yeah,
know,
next
we may
time
have
we'll-
to move
next-
on to a different
next time
plan,
we'll hire
you
it
know?
out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
The
want you to
ceiling-
have heat exhaustion or any kind of heat illness.
When I got up in the ceiling, they
Mm.
smoking there, you know,
I bet it was.
but we got it done. It was done,
You got it done. We didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, okay. but everybody's happy with it, ain't
But
they?
you maybe should
Yeah.
have said it was really too hot.
Okay, anything else REH Center wise? Nope. And I can't think of anything else. I think we've pretty much covered everything. One of these days we'll revisit the capital improvement plan and look at the sidewalks and because I would like to get that, at least the handicap sidewalks from the outfield to down and around
On the bottom of the field.
on the bottom
Oh, that
field.
would be nice.
Yeah. And then at least from the parking to the third base side on the smallest field too. And then eventually carry on.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of
would be nice.
that we need to get the access to. That way anybody can attend a game up there. I feel like the middle field, we can at least get them to that field. The all the way around can wait, but I would like to get back on that and get that done. That way everybody can go up and watch their grandkids and kids and brothers and sisters play. Is there anything else on that capital plan that we haven't looked at for a while? I think that's about it. We put in the budget for possible help on the roof repair, correct?
Yeah.
Because that's, I think, our next big thing with that REH center is the town, the REH and us trying to come together and get a roof. I know there's, for everybody probably knows, there's been 2 quotes. I
Mhm.
think Vanessa got, rolled roof and, was it a metal roof?
Yeah.
Yeah, rolled roof and a metal roof. I think the rolled roof's the way to go.
I can't remember which one that was. Is that the
It's
higher?
the higher one.
I mean, but wasn't a whole lot higher.
No, it was 120, I think, 120,000, and the 98,000, I think, for the other one. Is that right? But that rolled roof is 40 to 50 year roofing, and we all know metal roofing is 30. That's if there's no issues. The rolled roofing takes a hell of a windstorm to rip that up. But that's supposed to be on, we'll see how that comes out next year. You guys sign anything tonight? Stack of it.
Thanks, John. That one's for Starling.
Yep.
No, getting it after.
Thank you.
get from having no doubles last meeting.
Double window this month.
I know. I'm just glad you're back, so I don't have to act like I got mad up.
Yeah, he was kinda,
Struggled
It-
a little bit.
Yeah, did you
some
catch
days
the
it
last one? That was two that I
Well,
didn't
everything
tell
was,
you.
then we
were
got
two.
into the quarter
said I
hours,
did.
and I was like, oh,
I
man,
know.
are we kidding right now?
no, he didn't.
I about got the old calculator out of it, about got for a second.
Sorry, Angela.
Thank you.
Fire extinguishers. What are those for?
Trash can at the REH.
What?
She said trash can at the REH.
Oh.
Oh, man.
That's this bill.
I wouldn't have done it for, I wouldn't have,
Did 65.
I wouldn't have removed the hornet's nest for that. I'd have tried to
know.
triple.
Isn't this pretty?
You have to see. I said I like doing his
That's
that month.
color coded.
Yeah. Oh, to cancel the okay, from the Adjournment cut it. I already have it installed. I'm not kidding, guys.
Yeah. Are you on auto pay?
Sterling, or Frontier, yeah.
They'll take $53 out on you.
Oh, yeah, I know,
For
yeah.
restocking, and they don't even talk on it. They didn't even ask for it back.
Well, it's good, because it's in your box, and I finished it back. They don't know about the extra work when the technicians out one time and said, "Keep this."
If it's Spectrum, I've got 2 Spectrum boxes that they sent me back with 2 old routers in my barn, and I never sent them back, and I never got charged for them.
Yeah, well, they never, we've had
I forgot them.
routers for a long time and it's outdated. But
After mine went out twice in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Think so. What time is it? Look at that.
7:30.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:30.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Oh.
Good to go. Still got a little bit of light to go take some pictures.